Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all having a great day. I know that you are all probably going to get your Chromebooks today, so that means that you're going to really probably start virtually learning today or tomorrow. What I wanted to do was share an activity video with you that is very easy but very fun, and you do very little work, like it's pretty simple to do, but you end up with a really cool outcome. The first thing we need to do is we need to review some math vocabulary words because this is a geometry activity. So we need to review our geometry vocabulary. Our first word is point. We know that a point is represented by a dot, and it is just a location somewhere in space. Then we have a line. A line is an infinite number of points that just goes on and on and on and on and on forever and ever and ever. We know that a point is represented by a dot. And we know that a line is represented by a straight line connected by an arrow on each end. Now there is an arrow on each end of a line because it goes on forever and ever and ever. And the arrows just represent that the line never ends and it just keeps going and going and going, right? Then we have a line segment. A line segment is a tiny piece of a line. It's just one little section of a line, or one little segment of a line, if you will. And it is represented by a straight line piece that has a point on each side. This is a line segment. Now, the points that are on either side of our line segment are called our endpoints. They are called the endpoints because they come at the end, obviously, of our line segment. So, cannot see anything. There we go. Endpoint at the end of our line segment. And then we have our 4 different types of angles. We have our very small angle, or our angle that is less than 90 degrees. It is called our acute angle. It is a tiny, there it goes, tiny little angle. It's small, it's little, it's so cute. It's less than 90 degrees. Then we have a right angle. A right angle forms a perfect corner. It is exactly 90 degrees. Not 91, not 89. A right angle is exactly 90 degrees. Then, of course, we have our obtuse angle. Our obtuse angle is big. Obtuse means big and awkward. So obtuse angles are larger than 90 degrees, but they are smaller than 180 degrees. So an obtuse angle is anywhere between 91 and 179 degrees. So why does an obtuse angle have to stop at 179? Well, it has to stop at 179 because at 180 degrees, we have what's called a straight angle, which is really just a line. Straight angle. Or a straight line. Okay, so now that we have reviewed all of our geometry vocabulary, I like my quote, always be a little kinder than necessary. I think that that's very important, especially right now. Okay, so there are 4 things you're going to need to do this activity. 1, a piece of paper. Any piece of paper. 2, pencil. 3, you need, like, doesn't have to be a ruler, but something with a straight side. It could be a book. It could be, like, I don't know, a DVD case. It could be a box of crayons. It could be, I guess, the edge of your cell phone. Whatever. You need something that you can use to help make a straight line. And colored pencils, crayons, or markers. If you don't have colored pencils, crayons, or markers, you can go pick them up at Coolidge this week between 8 and 12. They'll bring you school supplies. Or you could just leave it black and white or do like patterns with your pencil. Also an option. So the first thing you need to do is we need to make a line segment. That means a straight line with 2 endpoints, one on either side. And it needs to be about 2 inches long. Yeah, about your pinky. Or about my pinky. I have small hands. You probably have about the same size hands as me. So we're going to draw a straight line in approximately the middle of the paper. It doesn't need to be exactly in the middle of the paper, but it needs to be close to the middle of the paper. You can do your paper horizontally or vertically. It does not matter to me. It doesn't matter at all. Your star will come out either way. You're going to draw a line, straight line, that is about 2 inches long, and it needs to be about in the middle of your paper. And it's a line segment, so that means it needs to have an end point on each side. This is what I've got so far. This is what you should also have so far. Blank piece of paper, except in about, well, mine's not really that close to the middle. Oh well. In about the middle of the paper, you've got a line segment. A line segment means a straight line with an end point on each side. So your end points, we're actually going to label A for point A and point B. Point A and point B, like this. We have labeled them that way for a reason. The next step in our project here is that we need to draw about 15 to 20 points or dots, right, all around our paper. They need to be either above the line segment that we just drew or below the line segment that we just drew. We don't want them to be touching the line segment, and we don't want them to be even with the line segment. So 15 to 20. If you do more than 20, then your star will look a little too crowded. 8 or 9 on top, 8 or 9 on bottom, or you could do 10 on top, 10 on bottom. It really doesn't matter. And they can be anywhere above the line and anywhere below the line. They don't need to be in any perfect order at all. Okay. I think I drew 20. If I counted correctly, I drew 20. So if you can see, boy, that sun is just not going to give it up. There we go. If you can see this, I can't see it. You can see that I've got about 10 points above the line segment and about 10 points below the line segment, just kind of scattered here and there. No rhyme or reason, really. However you want to do it. So now you're going to need the object that you use to draw your straight line and your pencil still. Now we are going to connect each of these points that we drew to point A and to point B. So we're going to end up making like several triangles. Let me show you what I mean here. Line up your ruler. I'm going to use this point right here with the point A first, and then the other points that you have drawn, and you're going to draw a straight line to connect those two. So I have drawn a straight line to connect this point to point A. And now I'm going to connect this point to point B, drawing a straight line as well. So the same thing, I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to line up point B over here with this point, and I'm going to draw a straight line to connect them. I'm doing this in pencil, so that way if you do make a mistake or goof or bump yourself or something, we can erase it. Mistakes are normal. You can see I've connected this point over here to both point A and to point B using a ruler. So we're going to do the same thing to all of our other points. So let me do one more here, step by step. After you connect each of these, you're going to end up with a triangle because you're connecting 3 different points all together. So you can see here, can you? Yes. That I've connected this point here to point A with a straight line, and I've connected it over here to point B with a straight line as well. So we're going to do the same thing for all the other 18 points. And it's okay if some of your points overlap or if some of your lines bump into each other. That's actually normal. It's going to happen. Some of your lines are going to overlap or crisscross. So don't worry about that. And don't worry if it looks a little weird to begin with. Trust the process. By the time you connect all of your points to point A and point B, it will look great. Whew. Okay, 13 down, 7 more to go. Last one. Once you have completely connected all of your points that you drew to point A and point B, you should end up with a star shape that looks something like this. Yours may look a little different, and that is fine. Now is the fun part. Now is the part where you get to decorate it. This is what it looks like after it has been colored and decorated. Now, yours does not have to look exactly like this. You can make yours look however you want. This is their before. So this is after they finish connecting all of their dots. And then this is the after. Be creative. Do whatever you think is gonna be the best. So I'm going to upload this video. Send me some pictures of your finished stars if you do this activity. It's really fun, it's really easy. And once you figure out how to really do it, you can make these really fast. Last year we did this with my class, and that's all they wanted to do for the rest of the year was make geometry stars. There were so many of them. I had them all over my classroom. It was pretty cool. So let me know what you do. And once again, I miss you all very much, and I hope you have a great day. Bye, guys.